Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm so excited to be back. I kind of wanted to get this video out to you guys to explain basically why there's been a little bit of a gap, kind of explain a little bit about why the channel I created in the first place and what's going to happen moving forward. Got a lot of exciting things that I'm working on to bring to you guys. I appreciate all the love and support I've been getting of people liking and sharing my videos. I've been blown away by the amount of people that have been enjoying these and commenting, and I try to get back to as many of you as I can. There's going to be a lot more things happening going forward with the channel, but I wanted to give a little backstory about what's happened in the meantime as to why there was a gap, and kind of give you just a little bit of history about the channel, some exciting things that's going to be happening and going forward as well. So let's get right into it here. Basically, the biggest things of why there's been a gap. I was in a bad car accident. Because of the bad car accident, I have chronic nerve damage on the left side of my body that I have to live with, and I'm blessed to be here. So I'm not bitter about that. I am very blessed and feel very blessed by the Lord that He allowed me to continue to be here. But because of that, it changed my life drastically, which is kind of where, when I started the channel and the whole purpose behind it, I'll get to. But because of that, where I was living in the cold, I was having a hard time getting up and getting going, and the cold and the pressure and things like that was making my nerve damage worse. So it was making it hard to function every day. So we had to change lifestyle. A lot of things changed, and we had to move halfway across the United States to a brand new location, which was a big ordeal, bigger than what I had ever planned on or ever thought was going to happen. So it took a lot of time and work and things like that. So that's kind of partially why there's been a gap in between. Was we had to move from one location to a warmer location, brand new location, as you can probably tell behind me, a little bit different of a filming location, but all around a whole lot of better thing for my health and my body and going forward. And so that's kind of one of those things here. I'll show you here if you want to see. This is a picture of basically the damage to the cars after they had started to put the cars back together after the car accident. 2 weeks after the car accident originally. So they had tried to put some of the cars back together in these pictures, and that's when I actually got a photo of it. But it was pretty bad, and because of that, I hit my head, and the kid that hit me was going double the speed limit and hit me head on, going roughly in the range of about 63 miles an hour, head-on collision. So that's why I had now on the left side what they call chronic nerve damage, that I just kind of like having headaches all the time and pain on the left side of my body, and so I went through rehab and did that for a long time as well, and it's come down to the point where it's not going away, so I just live with it. So because of that, that's kind of where the idea of the channel came from. Was I wanted to have an outlet of something that I enjoyed doing, that I was able to share with people, something I enjoyed. I used to play softball probably 4 or 5 nights a week. I mean, I'd play tournaments on weekends, and that was what I really enjoyed doing. But because of the car accident, things have changed, and I don't have the energy, the strength, the mobility that I used to have that made it easier to do that. So that's where I kind of came up with the idea of I wanted to do something else that I enjoyed, and that's what I enjoy. I've always enjoyed collecting physical media and Blu-rays and movies, and I know I might be bouncing around here, but I'm just trying to give you a little bit of what goes on in my head of why I did this. So I started this whole thing because as growing up, I traveled on the road with my parents all growing up, and the biggest thing that I ran into was I always had one constant, and that was I would go to like Best Buy or Walmart every Tuesday, back when they used to release movies and Blu-rays every single Tuesday at Best Buy and Walmart, things like that. Back when they were VHSs and DVDs, and then they went to DVDs, and that was always the thing I did when we traveled, was I would always try to make sure every Tuesday, and I did that for 30 plus years. And so anyhow, it wasn't until about, I don't know, I'd probably say maybe 8-9 years ago, when they stopped releasing as much, that most of it I had to buy a lot of the stuff online, or I had to find it in other countries and things like that, because America wasn't having things. So that's kind of the only time that it changed. But you know, for the first 30 plus odd years, I went to the stores, and that's where I went to get my stuff. And I was always excited every Tuesday, because you'd go in and you'd find, I mean, there used to be aisles at Best Buy. You'd go up and down, and there'd be, I don't know, 10, 12 aisles of movies and CDs and Blu-rays. I mean, it was great. I used to love that. And that was always a, like, kind of a warm feeling I had, that, you know, there's certain things in our lives that we all have that kind of give us that feeling of, hey, you feel connected to that item or that thing you do. Some people it's eating out, or some people it might just be getting at home and sitting in front of a fireplace. Each person has something that gives them that warm, comforting feeling like that. And that was my thing, was I always enjoyed collecting physical media. And so that's kind of where, you know, I've done this ever since I was little. I had VHSs and then Laserdiscs and then DVDs. And so I've always upgraded as time goes on. And so that's kind of where my thing is. I like collecting and I like watching them and I like having them because it gives you that, it gives me at least, that kind of like warm sense when you're watching something good and the cares of the world kind of blow away for a little while and you just don't notice them. And that was where I grew to love physical media and to basically always want to have something that I could tangibly hold and put the disc in. And this might sound odd to some of you, but I always used to like the smell of when you opened a new DVD or VHS case or Laserdisc case. It had this smell in it. I don't know if it was a plasticky smell or specifically what it was, but it had this smell to it. I always thought it was so cool. Like, I liked the smell of a brand new, you'd take the seal off and you open it up and it would have that smell to it. So kind of a random little snippet there. So that's where I started in search of physical media, and that's why I did it, is I wanted to share with you guys all the things that I find along the way that are so exciting and that I enjoy, and I hope I give you some enjoyment out of them and help you guys get those things. And so to continue that, kind of what's changed for the channel and the brand going forward, as you probably noticed, I'm wearing a shirt that actually has that channel's logo on it. So it kind of came about that to move forward based on, you know, I had moved across the country and I want to do this more and more, and I love doing it, but I have to be able to find ways to afford to keep doing this. As you are all aware, these are not cheap, a lot of these sets, and the video editing software and cameras and lighting equipment and all of that takes time and money and everything like that. But I love doing it, and I'm going to continue doing it. But what I wanted to do was I wanted to have something that you guys could feel like you could participate in the channel and help support the channel in some way. So that was why I have come up with some shirts, and I'm going to add more things to it as time goes on to the website, and the website's going to be posted down below as well. It's going to be added to all of the YouTube videos. That way, if you want to support me, if you like what I'm doing, you like the content I bring, the channel, you're excited about it, I would love if you went out and you bought a shirt or you bought a jacket on there. I'm going to try to add some other products later on to it. That way, there's some other things you can get. But for right now, it's just some shirts and jackets. I'm keeping it simple for right now. Just some simple zip-up jackets and then V-neck shirts. And my thing is V-necks, in case you all haven't figured that out yet. Every video I've ever done is V-necks. That's what I buy. It's my thing. My wife says that I'm kind of crazy because all I wear is V-necks. But I'm not a deep V guy. In case you're looking for deep V's, these are not deep V's. That I wanted it to be something. So I searched around for some products and went through a bunch of them until I found a company that made similar to what I wear all the time, just V-necks that are comfortable. So they do have my new logo on them. I have a couple that I had here. So depending on what style you would order or anything like that, they do have slightly different printing on them depending on the type, because the colors slightly vary on them based on whether it's a white background, gray, black, whatever the case is. But it's all the same logo. I do hope you all enjoy this. It is something I spent a lot of time creating. I have them for men, I have them for women. You can go on there, have all the sizes in there. And you know, if you buy one, you buy two, you decide you want to buy one for your family, you want to buy one for someone else, that does help support the channel. That basically I just take that money and I put it right back in and get something else, and then I work on my next video. So that's how I use it to keep growing and keep giving you guys more content. Anything you want to buy on there does support me, and I do appreciate it. I appreciate everybody's support that they've given so far. I mean, I've kind of been blown away by the amount of views, the amount of questions, comments. I did want to talk about going forward. A lot of people have had questions about what I'm going to be doing for some follow-ups on some videos. There have been a lot of questions on some of the videos, especially like one of my region free, how to get set up region free. That was part one. I had always intended to come back and do another part for it. It just, because of the move and everything kind of changed at the moment, so it's taking me a little bit longer to get up and running again. So, but I am going to be working here on a second part to that one. I have another set of Blu-rays that I've gotten from another country that I'm very excited to share about. In the background, you can see one of them. I'm not going to point out which one it is, but it's going to be coming soon. It is back on the shelf behind me. You might not be able to see it. The sun's kind of glaring on it a little bit. I might have given it away a little bit there. But I am going to be working on another set there. I've got a lot more that I have planned coming up as well. I'm very excited about what those are. But I wanted to give you a kind of roadmap that I'm going to be doing a follow-up on that Region 3 one as well to answer a lot of that commented and questioned and had questions. But I wasn't able to answer all of them. I spent several hours going through every day for a while and couldn't get to all of them, so I decided it might be easiest to just make a follow-up video to that one as well to kind of go in and answer as much as I can. So that's the plan for that video. Some people have asked if I'll do some of American releases that come out as well. I do have some planned for that as well. I have several different shows and things like that that I've gotten in America that are maybe made by smaller manufacturers that maybe you wouldn't have heard of or things like that. I do have some DVD reviews that are region free, region B, all over the world as well. I haven't left out DVDs. I did one originally, and so I'm going to continue doing some of those. I'm going to try to intermix it with all different things. I have some exciting 4Ks that I'm going to be doing some reviews on that I found in some other countries as well that were not released in America. And lots of exciting things coming up. If you have questions, comments, please always comment below. The link for buying any shirts or those zip-up shirts, you can go right there on my website. It's pretty easy. You buy it through there, it ships them out, everything, put in your address. So for me, I've enjoyed the shirts. I hope you do as well. They have tear-off tags, so they're nice and comfortable, so you won't have a tag in it. So I'm excited where the channel's going. I hope you're excited. I hope you'll buy a shirt and support the channel. Please like, subscribe, and comment as always, and share these videos. I really hope all of you have a blessed day. I've missed doing this, and I look forward to getting back into this and doing more and more of these with you guys. I love the content that you guys have been sharing with me, and I hope you're enjoying the content I'm sharing with you. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and like I said, buy yourself a shirt and help support the channel. I've got a lot more exciting things coming. I hope you guys are excited. Let me know in the comments below what you're looking forward to here, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a great and blessed day.